Just as the famous Austrian neurologist and the father of psychoanalysis, Sigmund Freud, has already said hundreds of years ago that being entirely honest with oneself is a good exercise, and just as we are never so defenseless against suffering as when we are in love or as when we choose to love by ourselves voluntarily, intentionally, and that unexpressed emotions will never die. They are buried alive and will come forth later in uglier ways. So, honesty, loyalty, kindness, understanding, steadfastness, humility are all qualities that should just not only be developed but also exercised regularly and commonly, not only into our actions, attitudes, behaviors, communications, interactions with others in our surroundings, which is great or necessary for societal building, collective cohesion, outside unity, and enhancement of the sense of humanity, society, freedom, understanding for everyone, but also towards ourselves also in our interaction, communication with ourselves, we must also be able to behave ourselves with the same kind of authenticity, kindness, character, honesty, loyalty, compassion, steadfastness, groundedness with which we want to be treated and with which we treat and behave the others with in one way or another. And if we're not able to maintain honesty with ourselves, if we're not able to be honest, straightforward, truthful with ourselves and also regarding our talent, skill, ability, merit, or our disadvantage, shortcoming, deficiency, if we're not really clear about all that, then the only loss we're going to suffer will be not only failure but also loss of relationships, jobs, opportunities, success in one way or another, and we will commit self-crime and self-betrayal and self-corruption, not because of the others' evil, not because the others are necessarily bad or because of circumstances, adversities which cannot be controlled, which lie beyond the power of our reach, control, ambition anyways, but because we could not be truthful to ourselves, because we could not fulfill our own expectations, because we could not live up to our own desires, judgments, demands, expectancies, ambitions that we set for ourselves, that we have had from ourselves for success, reputation, understanding, kindness, character, and so on and so forth. So we should focus on self-improvement. We should compare ourselves with ourselves only, and the only person we should compare ourselves with is the person we were yesterday, not with the others, because competition, comparison, rivalry with each other in the society gives us nothing, but only it leads to a hostile state of affairs and creates unnecessary, undesirable, unreasonable sort of hostility, envy, animosity amongst everyone, which can cause societal downfall, collective collapse anyways, which we don't want happening anyways. So we should display